what's up, you guys? It's Jenna again. Excuse me. I just wanted to talk about Mac Miller. And I know I'm a little late because I know he passed away a few years ago. Um but I was watching a video of like highlights of his, and I just started getting emotional, and I really just felt like I should make videos, so why not? For those of you who don't know, Mac Miller was a rapper, um, young rapper. He was only like a few years older than me when he got popular. Um, like when I was in high school, like he was pretty in. Like most kids were listening to him, or most of my friends were listening to him. And like he had this album called Kids, and it was like all upbeat and just like positive, like music, feel good music. Just about being a kid, and I could relate because the things he was rapping about was just kind of my life, like skipping school and eating pizza and smoking weed and making music, listening to music. Like those are all things that I could relate to, and um, he just had a good attitude, which I didn't, and I was kind of drawn to that, like that. He was very bright and colorful, and I listened to his, like, I had an MP3 player in high school, and I just listened to his album like a lot because I listened to a lot of the same music on this little like Sony MP3 player. It had scratches all over it. I remember at one point. So that was when I was like 15, 16. And I never really got into, like, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't like the hugest Mac Miller fan. But I was a fan, and I liked his music, and I thought he was pretty cool. And like a couple years later, like when I was in rehab, I was on leave to like be with my family. I was on like a break, and I had my MP3 player, and like I remember just like downloading new music onto my MP3 player from this laptop. I was looking up, Mac Miller and all his new stuff, and um, it was just completely different. And like this is like a few years later. Maybe I'm like 17 at this point. Like I was like 15 when I first heard his stuff. I was a freshman in high school, and like now I'm like a junior, and I'm downloading the stuff, and it's just so different. Like it's very abstract, it's very dark. Like I don't remember the name of the album, but it was one of his albums, probably in like 2014 or something like that. And like you could tell he had just been through some shit, and like he just changed, like he was, talking more about drugs, or just I don't even remember. I think it's just more like he's just having these abstract, like dark visions and stuff, like in his music, I wasn't as into it as I was his old stuff. And maybe I think there's a mouse in here or something. Anyways, yeah, I was just kind of like, this is different, this is weird, and I wasn't really into much of his music after that. And I kind of kept up with him, and Ariana Grande. Like I would see him on the news, or I would see them, on Instagram or whatever, and like they were together. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like I thought they were kind of a like odd couple, but like I was like, okay. And then like come to find out, like she released to the press that she's not his mom. She's not gonna, she doesn't feel as a woman she needs to take care of like his heroin addiction, and like so at this point it's known that he's doing drugs. And I think in a documentary I was watching about him, I was talking about how he was trying to drink all this codeine, like as much as the rappers he was with. Like he was just guzzling codeine and different drugs. And I think like when I found out he died, in one of his songs, he's just kind of like, F a heaven, I'm still getting high. And like, so at this point, he's so demonized. He's so high all the time, but at one point, you know, he like there he's saying stuff in his songs like, I thank God for blessing me with life every day. And he talks about God, you know, in his interviews and stuff. And like he's gone now, you know, like who knows if he repented, who knows like what happened to his soul, but like I'm watching these interviews, and like I see he's such a beautiful, talented, funny guy, you know, he's so just charming, and he has, you know, such a sweetness and a charm about him, and he brought so much. Like, I know I'm not the only one who's positively affected by his positive attitude in his music. Like, people have commented on, like, he was positive and he helped, you know, even that those few songs I had on my iPod, like, or my MP3 player, like, that helped me. Like, that had an impact on me, you know, like, and I just I just started weeping. Like, he was young, and he had all this beauty inside of him, and now, you know, he's gone, and only God knows where he is. And, you know, I'm just like, my heart breaks. Like, how many people, like, we're so quick to judge as humans, you know, human nature. We see people like, that's a crackhead, that's a prostitute, that's a liar and a thief, and that's all you're ever gonna be. And then, but God says, no, like, I feel like in this world, like, I was just thinking about this, like, you kind of have to make, like, the world says you have to make the best of what you've been dealt, and that's true, you know, the cards you've been dealt is like, you have to take it and embrace it and make the best of it, yes, but it's just like, if you screw it up, that's it. But I love that, you know, with God, like, he gives us another chance, and he makes us new, and he lets us restart every day, and it's beautiful, and it's amazing, and it's what everybody needs. And like, I wish, like, hearing him talk, and like, you know, hearing the lines in his songs, like, he knew about God, and his parents probably, you know, are religious on some level, or instilled it into him on some level, but like, he could have used it to bring people to God. Like, that little bit of light he shed in his music, like, helped people. And like, I just wonder how many people are out there who are struggling and hurt and suffering, you know, under layers of oppression, who have this beautiful gift to share, and can use it to impact souls, you know, for God, but end up ODing. Like, he didn't even want to OD. Like, there's quotes of him being like, you know, if you OD, you just die. You don't go out in like the blades of glory. Like, you just die. And like, he didn't want to do that. It was just like, he obviously had a lot of pain on the inside. So it's just like, so I just have I guess I'm just saying, you know, I have a heart for people who are in Hollywood, because it's like, it seems like once you get in it, you know, it's hard to get out, and you see a lot of things, and you do a lot of things that you don't necessarily 100% approve of. Like, a lot of people tell me, like, their experiences, well, the few people I've met who've been involved in Hollywood, you know. Anyways, this is not a bash on Hollywood. I'm just saying, like, his life went the way it went, and now it's over, and I mean, so much, I just saw so much beauty in him. And like, I don't know, I want to be, like, if I ever had a platform to affect anybody, even with the 60 people I have on my channel right now, like, I want to use it to help people, you know? Like, the sharp knife of a short life, but we only have one life, and like, how do you get, you know, like, it just twists, like, things happen so quickly, you know, like, you don't even realize, like, one day you're going from smoking weed and eating pizza and just having a good time, you know, to doing heroin and freaking overdosing and drunk driving and slamming codeine. Like, it just amazes me how much things change, and I don't know. I guess I'm just making this video. Pray for people in Hollywood, you know? Pray for people, pray for crackheads, you know? Don't just brush them to the side. They could be the best person you ever met tomorrow, you know? God can deliver them tomorrow, you know? And they could be pulling people out of the gutter who, you know, had no hope because you were nice to them and you were praying for them, you know? And I wish I would have, you know, prayed for Mac Miller more. It's just, now I know. And it breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart, you know? These young kids, these young, beautiful people, they have so much beauty and so many gifts and so much talent, love and light and joy, you know, all this musical ability and talent and just gifts, and it's just, now it's over. Like, it just, I don't know. I guess I'm just making this video to process this. Like, I know it happened a few years ago, but that's just basically what I had to say. I don't really know where else I'm going with this, but thanks for watching. God bless you guys. Thanks for seeing things through my eyes. I hope you're having a good time. Let me know how you're doing in the comments. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.